Now, next up, Heat 1 for Minimax. Here is your starting grid. After time qualifying earlier on today, Kimi Mai, the 150 from 42 competition, starts on pole position, and alongside Kimi on the front row is the 116 of Stavros Sotos Francia. Row 2 is the 165 of Pascal Knip, joined by the 123 of Mika Gentner. Finn Albert Jorgensen, the current championship leader, starts on the inside of row number 3, joined by the 111 of Juliana Marie Schulz, her best qualifying of the season so far. Emil Müller and Julian Dummer round out row number 4 with Sebastian Brand and Bendik Schulte completing the top 10. Dummer currently second in the championship, Brand currently fourth. Lina Greif, Leonard Köster, Julius Grabau, Tim Hansler, Emil Sierkowska, Anastasia Tully and Livia Maria Ploch round out the 17-strong grid as they go onto their official formation lap. So this will take us to the halfway point of the qualifying heats ahead of the second batch of races, which will be starting with Senior Heat 2, Groups A versus C. So Group C will have a very lengthy wait to find out who will be the ranking after Heat's leader. So at the moment, 2 drivers so far this season have taken maximum scores, one of which being Finn Albert Jorgensen, who was dominant at Amfing, and Kimi Mai, who broke the streak at Kaupen last time out. The red lights are ignited on the starting gantry ahead of 7 minutes, plus an additional lap. 17 young hopefuls coming through the penultimate corner. It's going to be down to Kimi Mai and Stavros Sotos Francia on the front row to dictate how things are going to go. So, Sebastian, over to you for the start.
Hineingeblickt auf diesen ersten Vorlauf. Heat Nummer 1, Startfreigabe ist erfolgt. Kimi Mai setzt sich hier zu Beginn erst einmal durch. Pascal Knip in der zweiten Position wird das wohl halten können. Dahinter gibt es dann die Kollision, eine schwere Kollision mit vielen Piloten. 4, 5 Fahrzeuge waren daran beteiligt. Einer davon müsste Finn Albert Jorgensen gewesen sein, der in der 4. Position unterwegs gewesen ist.
Sebastian Brand has just gone straight on. Broken steering, I think. And that was coming out of turn 3 and into the left-hander heading into turn 4. Sebastian Brand just was on the accelerator and he's out of the car. He's okay. I think just a big knock of confidence, and that's not going to help his championship hopes anytime soon.
Also die gute Nachricht ist erstmal, alle Fahrer sind wohlauf ausgestiegen, alles in Ordnung. Das ist also das Erste, was wir haben. Es gibt eine 5 Sekunden Zeitstrafe gegen die 101. Tim Hansler. Und jetzt werden wir wissen, wen es da betroffen hat. Also Sebastian Brandt war einer. Emil Müller war mit dran beteiligt. Julius Grabo, Emil Seitkowska und Anastasia Tully.
Oh.
Also das war eine Kollision, auf die man hätte verzichten können.
That's always the thing. As soon as you have a multi-kart incident there, I think I counted probably up to 8 involved in that. Finn Albert Jorgensen, however, is running 4th at the moment. So the main thing is that everyone seems to be okay. I would imagine for the 101 of Tim Hansler, that will be more than likely. There was a kart that broke formation very, very quickly before the lights went out. So I think that might be why Tim Hansler has got that 5-second time penalty. Yes, and it's just been confirmed on the live timing. Tim Hansler, 101 5-second time penalty due to breaking formation by either 3 or 4 wheels. 5 minutes to go, and we've got one going off. That's a really strange place to lose it. Someone was the back end was stepping out to the right hand side. I couldn't see the back of the back number. And the main reason being was because the sun is literally pointing that way. But there has been an overtake, a nice little move by Lennart Köster on Livia Maria Ploch. That was going through turn number 4. Meantime, at the front of the field, it's Mai, Knip, Francia, Albert Jorgensen and Dummer. That is the top quintet. And they're now coming through into the penultimate right-hander, so it is very much a case of get through the first 2 laps and then start making a beeline for where you want to be. And now it's the case that Kimi Mai is the one that's going to have the most pressure on his shoulders right now.
Vorne an der Spitze Kimi Mai gerät mächtig unter Druck durch 4 weitere Konkurrenten. Pascal Knipp ist einer davon. Der muss nach hinten gucken, denn da ist Stavros Francia. Da ist aber auch noch Finn Albert Jorgensen und Julian Dümmer mit dran beteiligt. Für Dümmer, der ihr eigentlich in Kerpen dachte, er hätte dann tatsächlich seinen ersten Saisonerfolg feiern dürfen, soll es an diesem Wochenende endlich soweit sein. Er im Moment in der 5. Position als Tabellenzweiter hinter Finn Albert Jorgensen. 28 Punkte, wenn man die Streicher mit berücksichtigt, hat er Rückstand. Weiß aber auch, Finn Albert Jorgensen bekommt das Ticket nach Sano zum Weltfinale nicht als Däne, sondern das würde dann an den Zweitplatzierten übergehen. Das wäre dann Julian Dümmer. Aber man muss auch Kimi Mai damit betrachten, denn der ist als Tabellendritter hier angereist, nur 6 Punkte hinter Julian Dümmer und im Moment als Führender in diesem Rennen unterwegs.
Yeah, Stavros Francia tried to close it in on Pascal Knipp, but when they've got the likes of Finn Albert Jorgensen and Julian Dümmer first and second in the championship standings, the race leader currently third in all of that, Kimi Mai, has an opportunity here to overtake Julian Dümmer in the standings. If Kimi Mai wins both heats, and let's say Dümmer places P5, that's a big point swing that the 150 has got to their advantage in going for the ticket to represent Team Germany at the grand finals in Sarno. We're more than over the halfway point, and Kimi Mai is now having to start looking over his shoulder because Pascal Knipp and Stavros Francia are right on his rear bumper. Finn Albert Jorgensen is in the wheel tracks of all 3 in front of him, and the Dane is trying to charge forward in order to try and facilitate an overtake. But at the moment, it's about who is going to blink first. They are all keeping their cards close to their chest and not showing their playing hand quite yet. But nevertheless, Kimi Mai is holding on mightily at the front end of the field. And when you have a driver coach who's been in this situation before, Farin Mega has a lot of experience, now runs in KZ2 these days and is actually competing next weekend at Circuit de Lansard in the Dutch Chrono Karting Championship. And I've already had a chat with him and I said, how are you feeling about next week? He went, I'm not sure. So the main thing is he's been in this class. He knows what it takes to become a German champion, but also a Grand Finals champion, which effectively makes you Rotax World Champion, so to speak. But Kimi Mai is not diverting his focus away from the racing line. This is pure, unadulterated. Right, if you want to get past me, you've got to do it on track. I'm going to hold this racing line for as long as I can. And we've got 45 seconds to go, plus an additional lap still remaining. This is going to come down to the wire here, Sebastian.
Viel Zeit bleibt den einzelnen Piloten nicht mehr. Bis hierhin hat Kimi Mai nahezu alles richtig gemacht. Ist hier extrem stark unterwegs, führt dieses Rennen seit Sekunde 1 an. Aber der Druck, der lässt ja nicht nach. Im Gegenteil, es wird immer mehr hinter ihm. Pascal Knipp, dann auch natürlich der drittplatzierte Stavros Francia. Aber Ende Start und Ziel, weiterhin kein Vorbeikommen am bis dato führenden an Kimi Mai.
Yeah, it's just he's got about a lap and a half to hold on as the 150 from 42 competition. And I know for a fact that the team and his driver coach, they are biting their fingernails to the quick. Kimi Mai, just quick look over the shoulder, get your head down, carry on with the business at hand. You've got a job to focus in on. He'll be getting encouragement from Farin Mega, from people at the team, and now the gap has started to open. There's daylight for Kimi Mai as the timer has expired. He's got about a 4-kart length lead over Pascal Knipp. So something's probably happened whereby there might have been a little bit of contact between the drivers behind. But on to the final lap we go. Kimi Mai, 1 tour remains, 1.3 kilometers to go, and he's got a 2,5 of a second advantage.
Die letzte Runde ist angebrochen und Kimi Mai hat jetzt einen großen Vorteil. Und zwar den, der sich da aufgetan hat hinter sich. Die Lücke, weil Stavros Tsotsos in Richtung Pascal Knipp angegriffen hat, dadurch sich die Lücke nach vorne aufgetan hat. Und damit ist jetzt Kimi Mai 3, 4 Fahrzeuglängen enteilt und hat jetzt die Möglichkeit, das ein bisschen ruhiger nach Hause zu bringen. Er ist auf dem besten Wege, dieses Rennen für sich zu entscheiden. Dann Pascal Knipp in der zweiten Position. Auch er war in diesem Jahr selten besser unterwegs als an diesem Wochenende. In Kerpen lief es richtig rund. Jetzt heißt es erstmal zu applaudieren, denn Schwarz-Weiß kariert in der Mini-Klasse geht als erstes an Kimi Mai. Gratulation. Zweiter wird Pascal Knipp vor Stavros Tsotsos. Dann Finn Albert Jorgensen und Julian Dümmer in der 4. und 5. Position. Bendik Schulte und Jolina Marie Schulz auf 5 und 6. Schulz, die ja erst die zweite Veranstaltung des Jahres hier in Angriff nimmt, nachdem sie in Wackersdorf schon an den Start gegangen war. Willkommen zurück mit Platz 6. Ein sehr, sehr starkes Stell dich ein gezeigt hat.
Yeah, behind Juliana Marie Schulz, Leonard Köster, Lina Greif and Tim Hansler round out the top 10. Tim Hansler is going to be dropped from 10th position due to that 5-second time penalty from the start being applied with Emil Müller, Livia Maria Ploch, Julius Karbau and Mika Gentner. Of course, unfortunately, we lost Anastasia Tuli, Emir Siedkauska and Sebastian Brandt on the opening lap, but Kimi Mai, one of the drives of the season, and I love the fact that he waited until he saw that checkered flag to bring both hands off the wheel to celebrate.
Heißt aber auch, dass es gleich schon weitergeht mit dem nächsten Rennen. Die Seniorklasse steht an.